evening and good evening. Welcome to another episode of the Upfront Mind, Body, and Soul podcast, where I'm your host, Dr. Michelle Bolden Hammond. And listen, we know that in February, everyone wants to celebrate love, but there is going to be a twist that's going to be going on. And my special guest here with Range N Motion, Tori, is here, who is going to explain us, one, to talk about stretching, how important it is, but also to include with us tonight about a special event that's going to bring couples, singles, whoever you want to bring, because look, stretching is mostly important for me. I will tell you, you need to go hit these guys up because they will send you to another off the land. But what better way is to have it with your loved one coupled up, or if you're single, hey, these guys here can, work those muscles and get those muscles out. But Tori, I want to say thank you for coming on, and Range N Motion is here.
Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate you for having me.
Most definitely. I am excited. Look, I'm excited. Look, I tell everyone, I laugh about my commercial when I get there. You just leave out there floating like jelly when you leave.
Yeah, you have me laughing too. Definitely, man. That's the goal, to make you feel like you're riding on a plane. That's the goal, man, to make sure you come in less, more relaxed and stress free, and just feeling like it's just a whole release. When you come in through the studio and you leave out, you want to leave you like that.
Yeah. So, this is exciting. People don't really realize, and I'm in the therapy part, therapeutic parts about it. And you also know that I'm in the holistic stuff about it. But people don't really realize how important it is, how you stretch with your bodies, and the important of it, how it really gets in depth with the mind, the body, and the soul. So the first question I want to have to you, how did this range of motion came into play?
The funny thing is, it came into play actually from my partner. I'm one half of Range N Motion. My partner, my business partner, Maurice Foreman, he actually helped introduce it to me. Actually, some things that came through sports and dealing with, one of his children, as far as playing sports and so forth like that, and trying to find alternative ways to basically recover faster, stop from cramping up so much and so forth. So once doing research, it found out that, you can go into depth in dealing with, assisted stretching and so forth in a certain form of fashion that you do it in on a holistic basis. It actually helped you more than actually traditional stretching. People are taught to do certain things in sports or so forth, to do it in this way. But the problem came in is that when you're doing it yourself, you're not really getting a full release. So when he started doing it, because he started doing it himself to himself, doing myofascial stretches and so forth. And when it was brought about to me, being as though we come from sports and fitness backgrounds and so forth, once tested, it was a whole nother ball game. So the way that other individuals feel, clients and so forth, when they get it done, that's the way that we reacted. So I'm like, this is something different. Like, you just can't walk into a fitness place, or you just can't go to a physical therapy, or you just can't go to certain places just to get this release. So even if you're getting it stretched, it's a different way when you're dealing it on a holistic basis, because actually your body is energy, and being able to release this stored energy and so forth in your body, it actually helps you completely. It's a whole nother health element to your body. It becomes like a lifestyle. So when it came from my partner, it was something that helped me get engaged even more, because now I see that it's not just working with myself, but when I did it on people that have fibromyalgia and so forth like that, that I seen that's in a terrible state. I mean, a state where they can't even move. And it worked for them. So when I see that work for them, doing my research, and after I studying and actually getting your certification and so forth, it actually tells you that that's what it helps with that. So yeah. It helped me gear towards it heavy.
Yeah. And I will say, I know I'm overdue, but that's all right. It's coming. It's coming. I know
I'm for you.
it's overdue. Overdue. Um, again, you just said it. You just compelled it. There is a whole mind, body, soul wellness. It's a wellness routine. I tell
Mhm.
people, you have a dentist for your teeth, but what do you have for your body per se? You go to a chiropractor maybe, but what do you do
Mhm.
for your holistic side? There should be something intertwined or integrate with your holistic side. So you just said a super word. He said the word energy because we
Yeah.
know he said the
Mhm.
word everything is about energy. People may
Absolutely.
not want to believe it, but it is. Everything is about
Yeah.
energy. So, and when you said again, you're hearing about somatic stretch, trauma, because everything people don't fail to realize, Tori, and I'm glad that you said that because that's segueing me into the next question. A lot of people don't realize that your body keeps score, and when we're talking about
Absolutely.
your body, we're talking about the cells, the DNA, the trauma, all of that type of stuff. Well, you're wondering why some of these sicknesses that you have, it may be because it's stored up trauma that you haven't got stretched. So I would say go down to Salisbury and get range of motion because they will actually help you. And
Yeah.
I know for a fact. So
Right.
as you said about energy, Tori, do you notice emotional or energetic releases during stretching sessions? And if so, can you explain just a little bit? Because again, now let me say then put this disclaimer. Everybody's body is different.
Mhm.
So can you just share just a little bit about that?
So when it comes to the emotional release part of it, because the body keeps a score, like you said, when we going through this state of, we kind of like our bodies hold stuff in. And I'm only giving this experience based off my own personal experiences. And then when I get into, my craft and actually going through, giving someone a session and so forth, people come in for stress relief, tension, and so forth. And some people just come in just for a stress reliever. So what we don't understand is that, you know, when we don't release that, it causes other issues. So some of the techniques that we use, they just help you relax. And once you start to relax a little bit more, then people tend to get really emotional. Some people come in and say, well, I just want to get stretched, and find out that it's a whole nother emotional release to them because of their body keeping account and wondering why other elements from arthritic things are happening to them, etc. We not doctors, we not none of that. But what we do know is if I actually have to, administer someone, and I can feel like you that tight in that area, even down to the fact that some people that work out, their bodies, you know get this bound water in their body. It's like bound water releasing. That's why a lot of times after we give them the sessions, most of the time we give them like fluids to refurbish their bodies and stuff like that. But I've had people come in, uh they will release, they will break down, they will cry. Certain people would come in and felt like they just so relaxed that they never been in that state before of just relaxation. And because we're holistic, we're not giving you any type of instruments, we're not strapping you to the tables, we're not doing any of that stuff. All we come with is ourselves, our personal energy, our we might got a massage gun, that's it, besides leg compressions or something of that sort. But we don't use anything else to help you get to that element. It actually starts with us. So if I come into it, I have to have good energy myself. So when I do that, now on top of it, now you become very, you're able to release some of the stored energy and trauma that's in our bodies. Because of our body keeping that count, it causes us to just shield off and so forth. So it's no way to really release it, even if when we think that we are, it's just no way to release it. So as far as the emotional release, we see it all the time, whether it's a small level, a high level. um I seen, we get kids in here, you know what I mean? And they have no idea sometimes, but it helps them relax. And once they relax, they actually be able to, get into whatever their craft is, from soccer to basketball, and actually help them be more versatile in their sport. And that's what it starts with. So yeah, I actually seen it a lot from emotional standpoints, from people that actually I did something last year. It really touched me. A young lady made a post, and I won't say her name, but she had a real emotional release, and she made a post afterwards on Facebook, and she let it be known that she's never felt that way ever. And she actually told people to come, and these were free sessions. It wasn't even of charge.
Yeah.
I had young ladies out at on third Fridays where we stand out there, and the only thing I did is, do from the waist up. And it's nothing. It's just basically knowing the area and knowing what I'm dealing with, and being able to get that myofascial release in those particular areas to help them gain release whatever that's there to actually help them with their health and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I will tell you, and trust me, that you will feel like, and I'm a person who, do the stress relief. I do the sound and all of that, but it just feels better. I felt really, 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 really good. And then even down to the point after my knee injury, that even helped with that as well. So, you said some of the tools and resources you say you do use that leg compressions, which I will say, get those leg compressions. I love them every time I go. Another thing that you really, really work with, and we're not going to stay long on it, but you use breath work. Breath work you use plays a role in the stretching experience. So can you just give a little dabble onto that?
Yeah, absolutely. Because a lot of times, like, if I don't, people are not really comfortable. It's like going to a doctor. You walk into a doctor's office, you're not completely comfortable. It starts from kids' ages. Come in here, see you with the white jacket on. I know I want to get better, but I don't really completely trust you. So if part of just relaxing your body, take a deep breath and just relax a little bit, just calm down and let me take control a little bit, be comfortable with me. That's why individuals that come back that have multiple sessions, they end up reaping the benefits even more, because now I'm entrusting it to you. I'm entrusting that what you're doing for me is going to help. But also too, even if when you're going through and trying to it's basically just trying to relax yourself. Even if then, still, like, your body is like a protector. Your body still want to protect, and it's basically like controlling that aspect because of the body keeping account. Going back to that again, it still causes you to want to be restricted. But like I said, it comes back to me. It comes back to me to doing my job. So, when it comes to breath work, I might want people to just relax a little bit, to allow what you're trying to get out of it to reap the benefits completely of it.
Okay. So look, we're going to take a quick little break here. And when we come back, we're going to hear just about this exciting Valentine's Day. It's going to be a sip and stretch. And we're going to hear from Tori about how all of that came and what's the expectations. But really, I want you to dabble into something, because I say, you know what? I think I've got something just for this. And this happened maybe like 3 weeks ago. And I said, this would be so perfect. So audience, once you see this, I want you to gather in your mind, you sitting down at this Hampton Inn in Salisbury with your spouse, your loved one. If you just want to bring your friends, just come and you need a release. I want you to take this in consideration. So we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be right back.
Inhale deeply. Feel where your body is holding today. Now exhale and release. Inhale deeply. Feel where your body is holding today. Now exhale and release.
Promise me we'll keep making time for this. for us.
You are my peace. Everything I do with is for us.
This week has been heavy, baby. I feel it all here.
Every week. No excuses. You deserve to feel good, Franklin. Thank you for holding us down, for being our peace. Healing doesn't have to be loud. Joy belongs here too.
These messages are created to help you pause, breathe, and reconnect.
Welcome back to the Upfront Mind, Body, and Soul. So, hey, look, that there was held in a pause. So that is what I know is going to happen on February the 14th. So, Tori, explain what inspired this sip and stretch for Valentine's Day.
So actually, what inspired this was I was listening to individuals talking about like the body energy and was talking about the reconnect factor of things. I also was talking to a young lady. She has her own practice, and we was dialoguing about different ways. But then my mind went off because it's certain things that people just don't do, and it becomes traditionally like this is it. This is like a little box that people do, and I'm trying to figure out ways where without having them get on a table, do the couples thing side by side on the table, which we've done, but what else can make it more of a ambiance? What can really like bring it more to light, not just for a couples, but for just an individual. So a while back I had a client appreciation. She's actually from Kent. I did something for her, and what I did for her opened me up a little bit more. So I gave her an hour session, and I gave her some, with the lighting and the ambiance of the setting. And I also gave her with one of the partners that we'll be talking about in a few. I also gave her a yoga session, and right afterwards to show her the appreciation. And she told me that that was the best rest that she's ever had. Like the appreciation of that just alone. And I felt it because I'm an energy person. I felt I felt what she had got. So with the combination of both, it was just something that was so serene that I try to think of an idea to put it together where everybody can like enjoy this moment. Because sometimes we become so passionate about an idea, and you want everybody to feel that idea. And once I did that with her, I knew right then and there, I said, you know what, how about having that type of setting where individuals can come into a space, not only feel comfortable, but it's the vibe, the ambiance, the finger foods and so forth, right there. But it's also reconnecting. It's like, it's a social environment where you just reconnecting with each other. And actually to do my research also, I found that some entities actually, when it comes to some acupuncture studios or so forth, they actually do the body thing of connections, to help reconnect in some places. So I felt like the combination of that, combining in what we do, along with some yoga stuff in the middle of that, I felt like that would be something that's so different that nobody else has haven't really tapped into.
Great. Good. So, speaking of this event, who is this event designed for? Couples, singles, friends, or all of the above?
All the above. You got a couple, that's good. you want to be single, you just want to be in the vibe, you want to come in and get your wine, you want to have your finger foods, you want to enjoy the R&B, you know, the infrared lighting, and the sound bowling and so forth. This is a vibe for just you yourself also too. So you can be by yourself in a group. It doesn't matter what it is, but it's just that type of environment. So it's not just for a couple. It's for anybody, singles, individuals, don't matter who it is, no matter the age bracket, it's just going to be that type of environment.
Yeah. And speaking of that, this is where you can go to Eventbrite. You tap in Salisbury, Maryland, February the 14th, sip and stretch. And this is just exactly where you can go to get your ticket. I'm telling you, go get your ticket. You will look.
Absolutely.
Spend a lot. Hey, you was looking to spend a whole bunch of money on roses anyway. Why not spend it on doing something
this might
together?
Be cheaper than roses. This might be cheaper than roses.
Yeah, cheaper than roses. And it's time together. You get a little, you get a little bit of everything, a little dabble with everything. But then there's also, do you want to tell the audience about if they look and go to this and they get the flyer, you want to tell the audience about what else can be happening at night too through the Hampton where this is taking place.
Absolutely. So if they see the flyer right here, I don't know if you guys can see it real close, but you see the flyer down here is a QR code. So booking through this event, if you scan this QR code for that weekend, the hotel themselves, which is partner with us, they will actually give you rooms for a discount. So you will have a flat rate discount from the 13th to the 15th. And I'd like to give a special shout out to Miss Minnie and Miss Angie, who actually are part of the sales department at the Hampton Inn. They help make this thing possible also too, along with certain parts of the areas that's in the that's down there. The area is called the Shop Tank, so it's down there area. It has a lounge area also. So while you're out there, you can actually go near the lounge area outside of there. And we're near the pool area for those that may get the rooms out there. So we right across from the pool area and so forth. This thing is going, I'm excited because I know it hasn't been done. I know the ambiance and the setting and what it is upscale. So if that's what y'all looking for, besides just going to eat, it's just different. It's going to be different. It's just different.
I love it. I love partnering with creative people. It's like, wow. So audience, this is where you can look them up. I'm going to give you both where you can look at where Range N Motion. You can book them. They do corporate. I will laugh, and maybe my supervisor will probably be looking at this. Those guys came and they had those women.
Oh, yeah.
They still talk about you all. You and Reese today. It was so funny. Oh my God, one lady that I work with, I said, oh, I see you walking better. She walked she usually walk hunched over. She wasn't hunched over there. That was so funny.
And that was 15 minutes of work. That was a short window. They just, hey, when you into your craft, then you can do that. That's just what happens.
Yeah.
I want to also, give a special shout out to my special guest. If you allow me to, I want to give a shout out to my special guest, which is yourself, Miss Michelle Hammond, Dr. Michelle Hammond Bowden, and also I want to Sheree Robinson, Lashley. That's yoga, TSO yoga. They partnered with me along with a couple family organizations that's with me, young lady by Miss Tina and so forth. So I have the team. I got the people that got the energy around me the same way that I feel. So I can't explain it no better than that. For people that also too be giving the hotel guests options to embark on this venture also too, far as like partaking in it and getting the tickets. So I'm letting people be mindful because even though we're local, we got people that's coming in there into the hotel who's like, keeping it in there, and they're going to book their tickets in advance, so just be mindful of that a little bit.
I'm excited, and I want to say thank you for letting me be a part of that. That is huge. That's huge. And I'm all about seeing people overall wellness, and I think that shows the love that you have. And I know you carry that, because let me say this, audience, when they do volunteer work, I mean, they're down in the center of unity doing stretching and, community days. And that's awesome, because, everybody needs something, but I know you get feel from the energy from doing what you do, because you love what you do. We have a conversation every time. Look, when I leave from there, we're always talking. So I feel you. So it's like-minded, and I'm just so glad to, to help out where I can with this.
Yeah.
So
also, don't forget, not to cut you across, also, Miss Michelle, I want to say this too, in regards to the event, to let them know, from 12 to 1, it's going to be a meet and greet. So individuals that want to just either look and see what the scene is like, or they want to know, want to talk and have a conversation with myself, yourself, Miss Sheree, they're able to do that, along with just, kind of like mingling and having a social time for about an hour or so, to be able to do that. So that's a good thing. And also, we'll be giving out gift bags to, everybody. We'll actually be giving out raffles also too. So we'll be doing that.
Okay. Well, again, I'm going to put this up for everyone. This is where you can go and get your ticket. And this is where you can reach down. We have Facebook. There we go. And we have Instagram. So, is there anything else that you like to leave for the audience before we turn off for tonight?
Oh man, we got to keep looking out for us. We got other events coming up. I'm not going to speak on them. I ain't privy to speak on them yet, but we doing that. We also going to be doing other things in the community, because we in the community, we engage with a lot of different people, and we do a lot of free stuff, from vets to etc. It doesn't matter, office workers, children, it doesn't matter who it is. We just open to everybody. So keep us on the lookout. Check for the bookings and the specials monthly. And we here, Reese Foreman and Tori Parker. We here.
All right, audience. That is, we're to the end, but as I always leave out with a mantra, our mantras every week is, you may not feel that you love, but know that you're loved here at the Upfront Mind, Body, and Soul. Go get your tickets. We're looking to see you there on February the 14th at the Sip and Stretch. So again, audience, until next week, I'm Dr. Michelle Bowden Hammond. And again, Tori, thank you so much for you bringing yourself here tonight.
Thank you.
So until next week, everyone, go have a blessed week and be prosperous. And something else, let your pathway be straight. But even if it gets out of line, know that you are a survivor. Until next week, I'm Dr. Michelle Bowden Hammond.